What's up, gamers? It's me, Ash McClure, and I'm here with my lovely co-host, Majestic Monarch.
Hello.
So we've got some fantastic topics for you today, but first, Majestic, how are you?
Me, I'm doing swell. Besides the fact that I physically hate calculus,
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing very well, very well.
Yeah. Well.
Physically revolted.
Yeah. Well. How's your life? Like, are you okay, or
Life.
are you?
It's the same stuff. Nothing to
Yeah.
complain about. It could be worse. It could be a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that.
This is a
So I
therapy
don't really-
session now, by the way.
This is therapy
Yeah.
question. Okay, I'm okay with it. I don't have much to complain about. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, life could always be better, but I try not to, having a bad view set. Even though sometimes the bad view set is technically correct, it's
Yeah.
just not a good way to look at life.
Yeah, I wish my therapy sessions went like this.
Mm.
So, we've got some great topics for you today. I guess for the first topic, we should talk about my little weekend trip that I went on. I went to a convention. I went to a Comic-Con. For my very first Comic-Con. Not my first convention, but my first Comic-Con. And it was an experience.
Experience.
It was, I mean, we could barely move. I went with a friend,
Really?
and we could barely move. People everywhere.
Wow.
I know. Like,
Was it that bad?
there was
was
a
it
lot of
bad?
people. No, it wasn't bad. It was just a lot of people.
That would bother me. Too many people.
Yeah, it was kind of uncomfortable, but we had to make do because there was actually a lot of good stuff there and cheap stuff, like some of the artwork.
Cheap stuff.
Like they had like high quality artwork and print and stuff that like vendors were selling, like so cheap. I didn't buy any artwork. I bought video games because that's who I am.
That's what you do. That's
Yeah.
that's your nature. That is the nature. Of
But
Ash McClure, to buy video games.
I can't. Okay. What?
I forgot to set a timer.
Oh, well. That's all right. So I went to this Comic-Con and there was like this whole list of celebrities that would be there, I guess.
None of them showed.
No, they all showed. Well, they all showed, but they were like $60 to get a picture.
$60. They pay you
They
to get pictures.
you
with
can
them?
meet. You can stand in line for 3 hours to meet them because the lines were long, and they charge you for pictures, autographs, things like that. Yeah,
Do the people who do it get the money, or does the Comic-Con get the money?
I have no idea.
Because I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't mind people waiting 3 hours or
Yeah.
3 hours, but to wait 3 hours and then pay $60 to just like take a picture with you, that seems a bit.
I mean, it's not like when I met Scott the Woz, and and it was free. I just had to stand in line for 45 minutes. Great YouTuber, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know why that.
We didn't meet any of the celebrities. We saw a few
We saw
from outside the line, but I'm not standing in line for 3 hours to meet Chevy Chase.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. So.
I gotta be honest, I didn't know who it was either. He's the dad in all the family vacation movies, like Christmas Vacation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The National Lampoon's.
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
he's the dad in like all of them.
Oh, that's cool. Okay,
Yeah.
I know who that is. I didn't know his name.
I didn't know his
don't
name either. My friend,
Sometimes
friend nearly
pop
punched
culture and
me.
I don't. Oh.
Yeah,
Sometimes pop culture and I don't go along well.
I don't pay attention to actors' names. I didn't know who Kevin Bacon was.
Yeah,
Do you know who Kevin Bacon is?
it sounds familiar, but I can tell
Okay,
you.
good. I'm not alone now. He's the actor in Footloose or something.
Never watched that movie. See?
I've never seen the whole thing either, so
I don't
I'm
care to
so
watch it,
glad I'm
so-
not alone in this. By the way,
You see, sometimes people are like, "Oh, you gotta see this movie," and it's just like, I don't really want to sit and wait 3 hours.
yeah.
Unless something like grabs my attention, which something did recently grab my attention in a TV series, which I'll talk about in a bit. But
Sure.
generally speaking, television shows and stuff, unless you grab my attention or like pique my curiosity,
Yeah.
it's usually not enough for me to watch, unless it's Star Wars, and then in which case, I love Star Wars. I've been playing a lot of Lego Star Wars recently too.
Don't tell me anything about it. I'm waiting for the perfect opportunity to play it. And also, I'm trying to save money right now. So I can't buy it. But
I don't own it.
You don't own it?
My friend Cher plays it to me because we want to play together, and the problem with playing together is you have to physically be there.
Yeah.
You can't physically be there, so to play remotely, what happens is you have to use PlayStation's Share Play and like connect via the internet.
Yeah.
It split screens it, like even though we're both like across wherever, and it's like split screens it. And you know.
I know there's voice acting.
There is voice
acting. And I know it's like kind of like open world kind of thing, or more open than the original Lego Star Wars games.
Yeah, instead of the cantinas.
And that is actually awesome, and that's all I know. And I'm looking forward to playing it.
It's quite fun, I will admit. So
I literally refuse to watch any videos on it because I'm like, I need to save this.
That's good.
It's like the one time I do that, I'm like, no, I need to save this.
No, don't if you don't want to. Yeah, I want to. I won't do it. We just kind of, you know. But yeah, so the television show I watched, don't know why this piqued my curiosity so much. And I tell you, I wasn't feeling the best. I had a headache, so I was kind of like, bored and whatnot. So I was watching, it's called Severance. It's an Apple TV Plus television show.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what I'm talking about? Because I explained this TV show terribly, and I do not want to explain it, but I watched the entire first season, which was like 10 hours long, in a single day.
Oh. See, I can't do that. I literally can't do that.
I don't know where I got the time. I think I procrastinated a lot of shit and kicked it down the road. I was like,
who needs college?
I'm paying thousands of fuck it. Television.
Let me watch TV.
I did the sneaky thing where I got the free trial for a week, watched entire episodes all day. I did skip ahead because the thing with me is I'm impatient sometimes.
Yeah.
And I will skip some dialogue or like scenes where it's like, okay, I understand you're being cinematography person, whatever, and you're like slowly zooming in on a picture, but like that's 20 seconds. I can cut that and get to the stuff.
Yeah.
I want substance. I'm a bit of an asshole when I watch television shows, and I would never want to watch a television show with someone else.
Yeah.
Because halfway through, I'm like, I just want answers. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, last TV show I dedicated myself to was Gotham, and I really liked it. But I stopped 4 seasons in because I got a job.
Oh. Well, with me, I watched the first season because there's only 1 season.
Yeah.
And then I instantly canceled my subscription.
Take that, Apple.
Apple's not getting $6 for me. Fuck that.
Take that, Tim Cook.
It's funny because I had like a year free trial of Apple, like a year of Apple TV for like a year, and I watched a couple shows. Thought it was stupid. Cancel it. Had the subscription for an entire year just because I can cancel it and still continue. and then they somehow gave me a free week.
Hey, here you go.
So if they do give, I'll wait until they give me another free week before I watch the rest of that series. Whenever new episodes come out.
The patient television enjoyer. I'll just wait until I get a free trial. Whatever.
Free trial. Unless my parents want to pay for Apple TV Plus, which I'm not.
I
pay for YouTube Premium.
That is the only thing I pay for, absolutely.
I'm content. I spend way too much time on YouTube to want... And also ads anymore? Ridiculous. It used to be 1 ad before the video. 1 ad before the video played. Fair enough. I understand that. I respect that. People, they gotta make money somehow.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Not complaining. Then they're like, throw 2 ads in the beginning. It's like, okay, still whatever. Then they're like, throw an ad in the middle of the video like television, and it's just like,
it's.
And then you hop on a video and you see yellow every like.
Ooh.
You're just like, nope. Done. Yeah. Take my money. It's $12. Realistically, people waste $12 every year. Like, you might as well like pay $12, get your time back, and not have to worry about ads.
Well, my thing is that like you said, I spend way too much time on YouTube to like not be able to use the ad free stuff. Like I watch
Yeah,
YouTube.
like I'm getting my money's. We're gonna get
Yeah,
money out of it.
absolutely.
It's
I
not like we're just paying $12 and not using it.
and I also like sometimes I use the background play
Oh
if I'm
yeah,
listening
that's so
if
cool.
I'm listening to something, and YouTube Music is perfect for things that are not on like Amazon Music or Spotify. I use
Me
Amazon
too.
Music.
I use YouTube Music because I pay for the premium member. You see, this is how I look at it. I look at it like I'm paying two parts. One of
Mhm.
it's to get free YouTube, no ads and
Yeah.
whatnot. The other half is a half decent. To half decent because I mean I haven't really used any other music streaming
Mhm.
sites, but from what I've heard, YouTube people who like you, they're like, "Ew, you use YouTube Music," and they look at
Yeah.
me weird. I'm like,
I
I don't
use
know.
Amazon Music for like my
I get no
playlists.
ads.
Well, yeah. I I use Amazon Music. I don't use Spotify because I never used Spotify. But I use Amazon Music for like my playlist, right? Because I have the Amazon Music Unlimited or whatever, which is basically the equivalent of Spotify Premium. But I use that for like my main playlist. But like if there's something that I want to listen to, because there are things I want to listen to that are not on Amazon Music, I go to YouTube Music.
Hmm.
Like
No, I just stick in YouTube Music because it's just
you pay
easy.
for it. I mean, why not?
I pay for it. I mean, I'm whatever. Besides that, I don't pay for anything. My parents, they recently cut the cord, so now we have YouTube TV, and let me tell you, YouTube TV is great.
Is it really? I've never
Yeah,
actually used it.
here's the deal. I can watch it anywhere. I can just sign into my account. Like I was at
Mhm.
school in between classes, put on a baseball game, watching a baseball game on my laptop.
That's
Like
awesome.
I can watch any television. It connects via the internet. I put it on my TV, like my second monitor.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm playing games, I put like television on in the background. Sometimes I get bored and I want like
Now,
background stuff,
yeah.
and sometimes YouTube doesn't. You know
Now that doesn't come with YouTube Premium, does it? I don't think so.
what?
YouTube TV.
No, no.
I didn't think so.
Completely two separate things.
Yeah. See,
It's also,
I'm just good with
YouTube
YouTube
TV
Premium.
is premium's mucho dinero.
Oh, really?
60, $70 a month.
Whoa.
It's
Okay.
television. You're paying for television.
Well, I suppose yeah, but like yikes.
Oh,
That's
yikes.
like no thank you. I'll save my money. I have rent to
Yeah.
pay.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Parents pay for it because they went paying like
Yeah.
cable money and cable.
Oh my
Cable's
god.
like I think $70. $70 was like $200 cheaper.
I had to get new internet because when I started streaming, I was like, Dad, the internet's not fast enough. We need to get the most up to date box. So we did, and we went to the store and we got one. And I asked the guy, I'm like, how much is this gonna cost extra on the bill? It's like $30. And I'm like, what's our bill at? And he's like with this it's gonna be like 170. The whole other app is just cable. Like. Cable is like outrageous, but like my dad is like very like he's very like he needs cable.
He needs his cable.
He needs it. Like he is very upset if Star Trek is not on at 11. He's a big Trekkie.
He's a big. I don't like Star Trek at all.
I like the original crew from the 60s. That's the only thing I like.
Mm.
You know, my dad has committed a sin, and now he's saying that the original crew Star Trek is better than Star Wars. Thoughts?
He's just wrong. Star Trek is just not better than Star Wars.
Okay. Why?
Why?
Let's hear it. I
One
agree
is
with you.
cool.
Don't get me wrong, but like.
Okay, I've never watched Star Trek, but from what I know from it, okay,
Mm-hmm.
it takes place in a universe where like Earth and stuff and humans are like in the future, right?
Yeah.
And they're out doing space things on what is it, the USS Enterprise?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the big ship.
They're like out there in the frontier of space, and that's where they get their thing where it's like the space, the final frontier.
I can
And-
almost recite that, by the way. That's how many times I've seen it. Just been in the room with my dad.
And then from there they're like, okay, it's like I don't know. Star Wars is cool. It has like Jedi and like a galaxy. You know, Earth doesn't exist. It has its
Yeah.
own like Star Wars like world and like interesting stuff happening.
I
And
see your
you've got
point.
like the magic. I don't. I mean, sometimes I get annoyed with it, but like the magic powers of the Force are kind of cool. And like
Yeah.
you know, Coruscant is really cool. You don't get to see cool planets in Star Trek, from what I know. I mean, they do beam you down and up. You know, beam me up, Scotty. But
You know, they never actually say that in the show.
they're not.
I
It's
don't.
like
I don't
it's
think
like
so.
the same thing with Star Wars. It's not Luke, I am your father. It's like no,
Yeah.
I am your father.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. One time we were hanging out with friends, and my friend said, he looked at my dad. He's like, you know, you're a big Star Trek guy, and he's like, and he's yes, I am. He's very serious when it comes to Star Trek, and he's like, we were watching this episode of Star Trek in like a class, and he gave like the most vague description of this episode. I shit you not, the most vague description, right? And my dad named the season, the episode, and the name of the episode. Just like instantly.
Wow.
He was like, oh yeah, that's season 2, episode 13. And then he said the name of the episode. And I'm like, I said to my friend, I'm like, I should have warned you. I'm sorry. Like, he is like serious about it.
That's insane. See, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to watching it. I just said I don't really care to.
They're all on Paramount Plus now.
No,
Like-
I don't have Paramount Plus.
We don't
so-
either. I think my dad gets it
No.
from his girlfriend. Like that like we literally we bum it off of her because we don't want to pay for it.
I don't want to pay.
My
for
dad
it.
tried paying for subscription services and he canceled it after like the first month because he said, I don't understand how this works.
It's arguably easier.
Mhm.
You just go on the app on your phone and watch it.
Oh,
or
I know.
If you can even do it if you have a cable box. You can link it to your cable box. Just
My dad's just
That
old
doesn't-
school, right?
that
He
doesn't-
just
that
He's-
doesn't.
he got like
that doesn't-
he got the bundle. It was like Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN, wasn't it? Or ESPN Plus or something. He got that bundle or whatever
Yeah.
for the discount. And he's like, this is stupid. I hate this. I'm like, all right, Dad, you
Disney
don't.
Plus is pretty good though.
Disney Plus is good. I bummed that off my mom, and I've got to say, it's worth it.
It is.
Even though
It is.
even though I don't like Marvel.
I don't. Here's the deal. We want to talk about a really controversial opinion.
Here we go.
I loved Marvel. Loved. Keyword.
Oh, what'd they do? Because I actually don't like Marvel at all.
I'm starting not to like it.
Oh boy. Now what shifted your opinion?
Okay. So, my opinion is twofold. Okay?
What did I just get myself into?
It actually might be threefold.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna use two main points. The main
Okay.
point is you know Infinity War, right? They lose.
I never watched it, but yes.
Spoiler alert. But you're not gonna watch it, so it doesn't
No,
matter.
no,
talking out
I'm
my
most
ass.
certainly not.
It's 2022. You should have seen it by now. Anyways, they lose.
Yeah,
Okay. They get snapped. Half the universe disappears. Right.
yeah.
Endgame comes
snap.
along. Right.
Yeah.
They have a time heist, and it's time shenanigans. And let me tell you, I was trying to wrap my head around what was going on. And time travel in movies and stuff gets messy, and it gets messy
does.
fast.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. That's what pissed me off. It's like, okay, why couldn't you just like come up with something else? Like just
Yeah.
something else. They had to do a time heist. So they do this
Yeah.
time heist, it's like whatever, and in theaters people are like, oh yeah, this is great, and I'm sitting there like,
This sucks.
this is shit. This is horrible. Who
Ooh.
greenlit this? I'm like, I wasn't that like people are like, oh, it's the greatest movie ever. It's like, oh, it's not. It doesn't hold a candle to Infinity War.
Mhm.
It's not a good movie. There's like this big battle scene, and there's like, oh, look at this big battle, and it's like this just seems trashy, to be quite frank. It's like someone directed it. Like maybe my opinions are a bit harsh. Maybe I should rewatch it, see what like the whole
Yeah.
deal with it. try to understand the time thing. I saw a video, I looked on YouTube about it, trying to understand it. It was like 30 minutes long. I shouldn't have to watch an external video for 30 minutes to understand what was happening.
Film theory.
That should not have happened. I'm not wrong. Okay. So, I like that. Then they made a bunch of Disney Plus series, right? And they made a couple movies after Endgame.
Yeah.
And, like, okay, only, like, 2 of these movies and, like, 2 of these series even slightly interest me, or were slightly decent.
Yeah.
It was Loki and the new Spider-Man, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, Loki was good, but what it did was even more confusing, because comic books, they like their multiple infinite number of universes and whatnot, which is horrible story writing, because objectively nothing truly matters if there's, like, no stakes. Like, it's like, they lose in this world, alrighty, but if you go to this universe, they don't lose. It's like, well, why do I care? Why do I care? It's not like Rick and Morty, where Rick and Morty, like, it's comical, and, like, you kind of care, but you don't really care, and they know it's stupid, so they do stupid things with the stupidity.
Yeah.
But, like, this is just like, okay, you're trying to have stakes in an infinite number of infinite, right? So that kind of bothers me. And then, it's getting to, things aren't. You see, the thing that I liked a lot about Marvel is everything was consistent. Nice storyline.
Not anymore.
Linear. It's not. And it's starting to piss me off. They have a new series called Moonlight. My brother raves about it, and I'm just like, and I'm not watching it.
That's the guy that's Poe from
care.
The new Star Wars, right? That's the main character, isn't it?
Maybe, I don't know.
I think so. I think I saw the commercial for it.
Here's the deal.
Anyways.
I'm not watching it. I didn't watch. I watched all the TV series were trash. Loki was decent. Loki was decent. Like, I would give it like an 80 score, which is a good grade, I would think. And then, like, the Spider-Man was like, decent, but, like, at the same time, it's just like.
Yeah, I had a chatter.
Maybe I'm starting to get older, or I don't know.
Old? Are you telling me you're old?
No, I mean, like, maybe I'm just not liking it anymore, because I can't.
I never liked it. I don't like superhero stuff except for Batman, because Batman's the only one that could, like, not like. I mean, obviously, it's like he doesn't have any real superpowers.
Did you watch the new Batman?
I did not. I do want to see it though. I like Robert. What was his name? Robert Pattinson.
Good.
Okay.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but let me tell you, that was the first superhero movie in a while that I watched, and actually was like, this is actually good.
I like the actor. What's his name? Robert Patterson or something.
Yep, Robert Patterson.
I like him.
Let me tell you, that was a good movie. I enjoyed it so much. I was sitting in theaters like, this is a good movie. Like, I'm sitting there like, why can't Marvel keep doing stuff like this? They were on the right track.
You pissed people off with that one.
Oh, this is controversial. I don't care.
I think you pissed people off the last 5 minutes.
No, I'm not. Here's the deal. I want to like Marvel.
Yeah.
I just don't. There's a difference. I want to.
Yeah.
I don't.
I guess I'm the one pissing people off because I just hate it in general.
See, I liked it. I liked how it was linear. The story made sense, and then they got fancy. They got too fancy. And you might be like, "Oh, you're too stupid to follow along." It's like, no, this is just doesn't make sense.
They lost my business. Marvel, I'd like to speak to your manager.
I'd like to speak to your manager. Kevin Feige, where are you?
I said to a friend of mine, I said, hey, I want to watch Avengers.
No, you should start.
No.
You should start. Oh.
Because this is what you're about to say is like why I don't like it.
You shouldn't start from the beginning.
Because I
was gonna tell you to start from the best solo movie.
Oh, okay.
Best solo movie.
Yeah.
And then you kind of, what I did. See, this is also the problem with new fans kind of coming into Marvel. There is too much shit you have to watch. There's movies from like 2008. There's like 5 movies a year or something.
Yeah.
Shit. Each 3 hours long. Some of them, like Thor: The Dark World, are fucking horrible.
Like
they were horrible. they were horrible before.
Yeah.
This isn't a controversial opinion. They were horrible when they came out and people didn't like them. But like some of them are good. I was really starting to like stuff leading up to Infinity War. Like I would say Doctor Strange was pretty good. That might be a good place to start. Thor Ragnarok. You don't need to watch any of the other Thor movies.
Yeah.
Don't need them.
Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one.
I do like Chris Pratt.
Do like that.
A.K.A. Mario.
And then if you like these movies,
yeah.
Like what I would do too is I would probably watch like a general timeline, like just because here's the deal: there's too much shit to pack into a short timeline. So if you let that timeline go and you just kind of like get the general gist of what's going on, and then you go watch the movies, it'll just be better. But like at the same time, I don't know if I would convince you to do that because now where it's currently at, I'm sitting here like I don't care. I don't care. I don't care, and I don't know why I don't care.
This is my problem. I said, I'm going to watch Avengers, and he said, no, you can't. And I'm like, the hell do you mean I can't? And he's like, you got to watch all these other things first. And I'm like, no. I'm like, no, I've lost interest.
You might as well start with the first Avengers.
Yeah, I said, no, I've lost interest. This is stupid now. Like, I hate cinematic universes. Star Wars is borderline that. Because most of like the cinematic universe is like extended, like in the books and stuff. Like I could follow along with like the Star Wars movies, and I won't need the books. But like if it was like Marvel,
here's the thing with that is a good point. The new Disney Plus TV series, they're like you need to continue staying up to date with the MCU. You need to watch all the series, and I'm like I don't want to watch all the series.
Like.
I don't care. I didn't watch. There was one called Hawkeye. Didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I watched Loki. That was the last one I watched. I
heard Loki was
WandaVision. Okay. Loki was pretty good. I suffered through WandaVision.
I heard that one is very popular. Did you not like WandaVision?
It's all right. Didn't make any sense.
I heard that one was like so popular.
I guess it was, but like objectively, okay, they were superheroes. They were always superheroes, right?
Yeah.
Like they were always superheroes who had like their powers from like something like something that made somewhat of a sense. Like there was like Iron Man, he had his suit. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
That Captain America was the result of a science experiment. Okay, that kind of makes sense, right? Okay. Hulk was a science experiment gone wrong, right? That kind of makes sense. Hawkeye, he just has really good vision. They don't explain anything about it. He just has really good vision.
He's got a keen eye, bro.
he is just a keen eye. Okay. And then there's like Thor, and Thor's like borderline like magic and whatnot. But they're like, oh, he gets his power from these magical stones or like the ancient people, and it's just like, okay, fine. Give you that. And now it's just like, oh, now there's ancient witches during the Salem witch trial, and they have this magical witch book, and it's just like, I don't care.
I will say that the Marvel Avengers game on PS4, I think it's on Xbox now, but it was originally on the PS4 by Square Enix. That was a good game. I didn't finish it, but it was a good game.
Well, so they're on a thin leash with me now. Like I kind of just go and watch the movies just because everyone watches the movies.
Yeah.
Kind of like I'm hoping there's a rebound. In my opinion, I'm hoping they rebound. But like they got like 3 or 4 movies left of me, and I'm just like I'm done. Which I keep saying I don't care, but like that's kind of why I don't like interested in it.
Yeah. Well,
Star Wars, on the other hand, Star Wars is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Star Wars is beautiful. It's one consistent storyline up until The Mandalorian. You don't talk about the sequels.
Yeah. Well...
Starts The Phantom Menace, Episode 2, Episode 3, Rogue One. Even though Solo wasn't the greatest movie, it was still better than whatever the sequels was doing. That's Solo. And then you have Rogue One, and then you have Episode 4, 5, 6, and then you have the stuff after it, like Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, which you haven't yet to watch, but you should.
I probably should.
And then, besides that, Episode 7, 8, and 9 can just not... Let's just take the episode things and just call it Star Wars stupid Episode 1.
Did you not like 7, 8, and 9?
Oh, no.
I liked 7 and 9. 8 sucked balls.
How do you like episode 9? The whole.
Oh, here we go. No, episode 9 actually like impressed me because I thought it was gonna be shit after 8. I'm like, this is gonna be terrible. I thought 9
Okay.
9 had its parts where it's like this is dumb, but I did like
it. Had lots of parts that were like, this is dumb. Like, okay, literally, someone at Disney, hear me out. Someone at Disney was like, how do we make episode 9 better? We killed off what should have been the Snoke.
Yeah.
I don't care about the sequel character, so I refuse to learn their name. Anyways, so like, we killed off Snoke.
Yeah.
We killed off
Close
Snoke,
enough.
and they're like, oh, now who's gonna be the big bad guy? Oh no, let's bring back Palpatine. How are we gonna make Palpatine come back? How can we write this into stories? We're professional writers, right? We're professional writers, and we want to write in Palpatine. So how are we gonna do it? Why don't we just say in the title sequence, somehow Palpatine returned? Bingo! That's it! That's how we bring back Palpatine. Somehow, Palpatine returned!
Look.
Oh my god! They got paid! They got paid to do this! I could have come up with that! That is horrible!
You would know if you read the manga.
I'm not reading any of the Star Wars stuff. I should not have to. No, here's the deal. Here's the deal with it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
When the Death Star exploded in Episode 6, it disintegrated. I mean, dust in the sky, right? Okay. And, okay, even if it hypothetically didn't explode to dust, but it did, let's say it didn't explode to dust, right?
Mm-hmm.
It would have fallen towards the forest moon of Endor. Except somehow, some way, it fell towards a different moon of Endor and onto a water planet.
Yeah. Okay.
That doesn't make sense. Doesn't add up. Doesn't know how
Look,
makes any sense.
I
don't
just
know why
I really liked the action things. I mean,
that's another thing. At the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where they're having the big grand battle, right?
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, the First Order or what? They're not the First Order now. I guess they still are the First Order. The First Order somehow, some way, manages to have hundreds of thousands of Star Destroyers with their own Death Star cannons on the bottom of them, right? And they're like, oh, look at us, we're great. But, like, how did they amass it? Like, the logistics of how they managed that? Where the frick did they get all these people? Where the hell did they get all these materials? They're at the far reaches of the galaxy. They're not, like, in the middle of a fucking galaxy where everything's bright and vibrant. No, they're at the far end. They're on the fringes. They should have minimal people. The First Order, initially, in episode 7 and 8, barely had any people. They were like a fringe group on the outside of the galaxy who the New Republic couldn't control. But somehow, they managed to, become a force to be reckoned with.
Look.
I want to see more New Republic stuff.
Can you at least...
should have came up with
Can you at least admit it was better than 8?
No, 8 was the worst.
8 was
If we're gonna rank them, it's 7, 9, 8.
Yeah.
7, 9, 8.
Like 1, 2, 3, 7, 9, 8. Like that's how
7.
Like
7,
7's the
9,
best.
7's the best, but it's not good.
I thought 7 was good.
No, 7's a D tier movie.
Oh. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm very passionate about Star Wars.
Yeah, my God. Like I thought 7 was great. 9 was better than 8. I really liked 7.
7 was just a reskin version of Episode 4.
I think that's what they were going for.
Which was alright. You could have what?
I think that's what they were going for.
Yeah, that's what they were going for, which is why it's arguably the best, because it's a somewhat coherent story. It's like, okay, fair enough. You want to bring people back into it, you want to rip off the thing. It's like, okay, I don't really care. I mean, it could be better, but it's like, whatever. And then it's just like, and Rey could have been a great character. Rey could have been one of the best characters.
I don't really like Rey. I like Finn.
That's the thing, I don't like Rey. I like Finn.
Finn's cool.
Poe's cool. Poe could have been a really good character.
I wish they made Finn the
off,
Jedi, though, I'll be honest.
Yeah, and then they killed off, what's his name? Harrison Ford in, like, the most, terrible killing off of a character.
No, that was awesome. I really liked how Han Solo died. Come on.
And then his son, Kylo Ren, goes from terrible bad guy, oh, look at me, I'm Kylo Ren, kills his father, oh, yeah, look at me. Then somehow change of heart at the last minute. He's like, "Oh, I'm a guy now too. Look at me." It's like,
Don't
there was no evidence to suggest this.
listen. We can argue all we want about this, or we can talk. We can switch topics and talk about something other than movies.
Here's all I'm gonna lead you on. Number one, I would not be surprised if somehow, some way, they decanonize episodes 7, 8, and 9, and they somehow rearrange stuff or add the characters in, or they like re-edit the movies.
They were talking about doing that, weren't they?
There was rumors that,
Yeah.
which wouldn't be a bad idea. Honestly, if they come in, redo the entire fucking movie. I would be completely okay with that.
Yeah.
Or, here's what second thing that matters. Even if they don't do any of this shit, my personal headcanon, this is where my opinion comes in. Remember, this is all just my opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
Those
aren't allowed on the internet.
I'm just some asshole on the internet.
Yeah, yeah, but those aren't allowed. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is my own personal headcanon.
Yeah.
So, like, to me, this is where it ends. It ends at the sequels. It ends wherever the Book of Boba Fett, I guess, is the furthest in the story now. Up before the sequels, technically.
Yeah.
Is where I end my personal headcanon. They call it a headcanon for a reason. I yield the floor.
Wow. Okay. So I went on Twitter, everyone's favorite Twitter. And I made
such a place.
It's
not r/place.
I made a bit of a controversial tweet. I said, bacon is the worst food. And
oh yeah,
and Majestic replied and said no, which is obviously wrong, but I didn't feel like replying, getting into an argument on Twitter. I mean, clearly bacon is the worst food. But
why do you feel this way?
I'm big on texture, and bacon just isn't it.
It's cool, it's like eating chips. Do you like chips?
Don't say that. That I'm gonna vomit. Like, meat should not be associated with crunch, bro. No.
It's just greasy meat. But
I'm clipping that.
I'm embarrassed now.
So I've got this whole list of food that a lot of people like and I actually hate.
Okay, go through it.
Okay, well obviously bacon is number 1 on that list. Popcorn. I hate popcorn so much.
Is it because it gets stuck in your teeth?
Yeah.
That's the only reason?
I don't know if you've heard of popcorn.
That's the only...
Have you heard of popcorners? They're like popcorn, but they're chips. It's like they're called popcorners. You haven't heard of them? Well, they're basically it's like the taste of popcorn. They have different white cheddar or kettle corn, but it's made into a chip form.
Oh.
That actually sounds okay. I've never had them, but I like the taste.
I just get, after I'm done eating popcorn, I get the little flossy things, and
I shouldn't have to do that after I eat food. I mean, I do it at night, but
I do it after eating food that some foods that I wouldn't expect to get stuck on my teeth get stuck in my teeth. So
okay, that's fair. Yeah.
So I just accept that happens.
Popcorn.
So, okay.
Popcorn is not the worst food, but it is terrible.
My favorite snacks.
Eggs. Any kind of eggs? No, not happening. It could be hard boiled, scrambled, sunny side up, anything. No, not gonna. That won't cut it.
Eggs are so good.
No, omelets, gross, disgusting.
I don't like omelets.
Okay, well, thank you, but anything egg. The only exception
eggs, bacon, and popcorn. You're hitting some of my favorite foods.
The only exception with eggs, because some of these do have exceptions. Only exception with eggs is when it's French toast, and you flip over the bread and the egg stuff. That is the only exception, and I will accept it in that form.
Okay.
But anything else, no. Hard boiled, disgusting. Scrambled, vile. It's gross. Soup.
I don't like soup.
Thank you. I'm glad we agreed on that one. Any kind of soup? No. Mm.
Not a big soup person.
Like, the broth scares me.
I like chicken pot pie, which is kind of soup-like, but I really just pick out the chicken.
It's so you like
I'm just there
chicken?
for the
Okay.
I like the chicken. I'm
Okay.
there for the chicken.
Next, potatoes. Any kind of
form of potato?
one exception, French fries, obviously. But anything else, potatoes, baked.
No
God
baked
no.
potato?
Oh,
Mashed.
oh, gross. I used to
What
like
about
mashed
fried-
potatoes, but I can't do it anymore.
Fried potatoes?
Mm-mm. Hash browns also vile.
What about home fries?
Is that like a French fry?
It's more like a French fry, but it's like a halfway mix between a French fry and it's like a cube, but they're like crunchy. They're basically French
I
fries.
kind of know what you're talking
cubes.
about. I don't think I've ever had them, so I'd have to try them. Tater tots. I hate tater tots.
Tater tots are horrible.
I
There's-
know.
Okay, so there's two types of hash browns,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a difference.
Okay.
There's the hash browns that taste that are like tater tots. You know what I'm talking about? Like the people who get the hash browns and they're like
Yeah.
the tater tots. Those ones, horrible hash browns. I don't even like them. Right?
Mhm.
I don't like tater tots that much to begin with.
Yeah.
So there's another type of hash brown, which is like they're kind of more like home fries, but I think they're called Southern style hash browns, and they're
Mhm.
basically French fries, but they're small. You eat them
See.
with a fork. And you put ketchup on them. If you like ketchup.
I do like
I like
ketchup. I like ketchup.
So if you ketchup on your fries, you put ketchup on your hash browns, and the way they're made, they taste like almost the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like you should like them. Like I mean, the texture is the same. It's like a crunchy French fry.
I'll have to try. Well, see, the thing is, crunchy,
The
man.
problem is,
Crunchy. I don't do crunchy. If
well, you can,
my thing is
well,
that
the way-
if something, if I don't feel like something should be crunchy and it is crunchy, I will not
French
eat
fries
it.
should be crunchy.
No, never say that. No,
Cook them till they're golden brown. Yeah, they have to be freaking.
like a little bit crunchy, but like if they're like rock solid, no, it's like they're disgusting.
No, not rock solid. You have like the outside of
Yeah.
the crunch, and then the inside is
I
potato.
I prefer them on the softer side, but like a little bit of crunch with French fries is okay.
What's that on this list?
That's it. That's all that I've written down, but I do have more. In the drink department, tea.
You don't like tea?
I
in
hate
form?
any tea. No, not happening.
Hot tea, iced tea.
Iced tea makes me vomit.
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
What there was? Okay, so steak burgers. Now I like those, but they cannot be well done.
That's disgusting.
It has to be medium rare. Not even medium, just medium rare. It's gotta be.
I went out to a steakhouse
Mm-hmm.
recently with some friends of mine. We sat down and we got a steak. I get my steak with a little bit of pink on the inside, like
Yeah.
I think it's called medium well. Okay, it's on the higher
Yeah.
end. I prefer it a little lower, more towards the medium.
Yeah.
My one friend got rare.
See, that's the best.
You like
I'd
rare?
get
steak?
rare. Well, I'd get medium rare when I get like a burger or something, but rare is like best with steak. I mean, it has to be.
Rare? You're basically munching on a. You might as well just go out into a field and start munching on a live cow.
What's wrong with that? You don't take a bite out of cattle sometimes?
No. Make sure it's killed. You cook it.
Oh, no. I prefer my burgers medium rare. I don't get steak that often, but when I do, it's either medium rare or rare. It's gotta be, like, and it all comes back to like I'd get medium if they don't offer medium rare. Because I know some places don't offer medium rare. Like I went to a place and they're like, we don't do medium rare, and I'm like, you stupid piece of shit. Why not? But like, I guess I get it to a degree. So I'll get medium then, but like anything well done, no, it can't happen. Because meat, in my opinion, meat should not be crunchy. ever. I don't care what your opinion is. It's wrong.
Okay.
Me
I've
too.
been told off on the internet. Remember?
You just told me off for liking episodes 7 and 9 of Star Wars, okay? So don't come at me.
But mine were reasonable. This is unreasonable.
Oh, is it? Really? Well.
Yeah.
Welcome to the last episode of Thursday 45, everyone.
Oh, okay, come on, relax.
This is it.
No, it's not that serious. You know what they say about opinions. You know what they say. You know what they say about opinions.
What?
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one.
Very true.
Very
unless
true.
unless you were born without an asshole.
Then you would have some issues.
Permanent constipation.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us on the Thursday.
No. I just want to say these.
Sure, go ahead.
We're just two guys on the internet.
We're just two guys on the internet.
Disagree with us. You disagree with us. We're lovely. You can put us down in the doobly-doo and comment about why you disagree with us.
And tell us how awful we are for not liking Marvel, because I'm sure someone's gonna do that.
Someone should do that.
Someone should. At least we get a comment at that point. Hey, comment down below. You guys suck. Marvel's the best. Go ahead and comment down below. Well, I'm at my past 45 mark, actually.
Yeah, so am I.
You started your timer late, but...
no, I was past. We were still going. So,
oh, really?
So, anyways, I'm the Majestic Monarch. That is Ash McClure. Thank you so much for coming out. Maybe watch some of the other ones, and hopefully, we'll get some funny clips posted of the channel. So, stay tuned. And as always, one day, peace out.
See you guys.